We are going live. You are looking live from Daytona Beach, Florida. I'm Rob Helmick, former attorney and internet CEO. I trade every single day over 30,000 zero DTE SPX trades with my wife, Maria, a former banker. And today we're going to trade live on the internet. We're going to show you on my account in real time. We're going to talk about exactly how I trade. We're going to show you my account. We're going to show you trades. And not only that, we are going to let the chat room today, let me get in it close so you can really see me up close. We are going to let the chat room today decide how I'm going to spend my money at 15:51 today, 3:51 for those of you that went to public school like me, at 3:51. So that's in a couple of minutes yet. You're going to tell me whether I'm going to spend $600 on a put credit spread or $600 on a call credit spread. Most importantly, this is a safe space. You come into the chat room, you can ask me any questions about how I trade. My SPX Zero DTEs, I started 2 accounts online. One is $1 million account, which I started October 1st, which was about 115 trading days ago. And one was a $30,000 account. The $1 million account is up, I think, around $408,000-ish, $400,000 in not quite 6 months. And so that's not too shabby, about 40% in 6 months. And the $30,000 account is up about 15 grand in that same period of time. So it's up about 50% in those 6 months. So let's go here. And we're going to start off by saying these things up above. People ask me what they are. Those are our different videos. We have done almost 500 videos, I think, in 6 months. We do a lot of videos because I like to listen to myself talk, including this one. So, all right, let's see who's in the chat room today. We got Rob and Maria. That's me. We got Mario. We got Malachi. We got Maria's in there and Malachi's in there. And so anybody wants to come into the chat room, please do. I can see that there are a lot of viewers that are not in the chat room right now, and we would love to have you come in. Let's go ahead and start this poll now. On the poll, okay, you can only vote once. So I'm going to start the poll right now, but remember, you can only vote once. So you might want to take a look here at the Tasty Trade. This is what's going on in the SPX right now. I lost $28,000 in 1 minute today. Can you guess where that happened? Because if you're guessing right here, you are correct, sir or madam. That is exactly when I lost $28,000. We don't like that. We never like to lose. This is my personal account. I'll show you. This is where I am. Boom. And these are my crazy Ivans. Look at that. They're up 20 grand today, so that's not too shabby. I sold a bunch of them today. I put these on I put these naked puts on 45 to 60 days out, 12 delta, and I close them at 25% profit unless I'm greedy. And you can see that I have been naughty lately. I've been very, very greedy. And so I'm still pretty greedy on these. Let's see who else is out there. Time Decay is out there. Blue Collar Options, Jeff Hart, Mano Doge. I can't see some of these names. Pierre Virgo, Monkey C, Monkey Do. Hey, I want to know in the chat room, would you let I let a robot trade for me 180 times a day. Would you let a robot trade real money for your account? Yes or no? Or just put robot or no bot. How about that? Robot or no bot? Robot means, yes, I would let a robot trade for me. And no bot means, no way, Jose, am I letting some AI robot trade for me? So let's take a look and see how the robot has done. Let's see how the robot has done today for me. And it is not so good. It is not so good. This is my real account live. And you can see it sounds good at plus 34,000, but then you got to take out, I don't know. I wish I use Options Omega to do over 7 million back tests every single weekend. Yes, you heard me correctly. 7 million. 7 million. I look at 7 million trades every single weekend. I don't do it. I use Options Omega. I do all the back testing there. It's a great product. I like it. I don't get, if you want half off, I do have a coupon. They do give me $15 for every person that signs up. And then Maria, my wife, she uses that money to pay for dog treats or doggy toys for Barbara. I got to bring on some of the doggy toys to show you the stuff that you guys have paid for. So if you want to help out a dog named Barbie, just use Options Omega coupon. You get half off. But I use them for the robots and for the back testing. It's great because you can do all the back testing on there, and then you can put on the robot. And so that's the product that I'm using. I know there's others out there, and I'm sure they're fine too. I am not that familiar with them. I need to become familiar with them, but Options Omega is the one that I really like quite a bit. So let's go back and take a look. My only criticism of Options Omega, my only criticism, and they're going to cringe when I start saying this, is I wish you could see in real time the total, because I went to a public school and it's hard for me to do. See where it says math above me and backtester? I wish, because I got to take the green and subtract out the red. I'm going to say that's $4 grand-ish, right? I'm down $4 grand. I was down maybe 25, 30 grand earlier. I was up 18 until that gigantic drop. All right. So look at this. Robot, yes. Robot, no bot, robot. I have not yet, but Monkey See, Monkey Do is thinking about it. Yes, robot addict, yes. Is it easy to set up a robot? Yeah, it's pretty easy, actually. It's pretty darn easy. And, I should do a video on that. I do have a 5-part series where you can go on, and I think, you know what? There it is right there. Boom. Look at that. Just on command. That's what it looks like on the channel. Not like that, but the other one is what it looks like, white screen, and it's 5 parts. It'll say part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's one of them that's all of them put together. It's about 30, 40 minutes. But that shows you everything that I do in complete and utter excruciating detail, including creating the robot. I can go on real quickly because that is a great question. Is basically this is the trade that I'm going to be putting on at 1551. So let's just say that I was going to put on this trade right here for 3 contracts, and this is the trade that I will be putting on. You can see I've run this trade about 78 times since October 1st, and this one's up about $4,000. But so this is how you run the back test, and then what you do is you just say make a robot out of it, and boom, it makes a robot. That's one of the features I like. It's really simple to go from back test to robot, and then you can also do some cool modeling stuff. But I don't want to get off that page because I got it set up just right for me here. So here's the $1 million account. Oh, and someone asked, here's the smaller account. Let's see. Oh no, now what'd I do? Oh man, I messed up. So let's go to live, and then, so I'm going to go to live, and then I'm going to go to just, look at that, just the small account, right? So this is just, I got a bunch of other accounts here, but I don't want to go through all those. So we'll just go to the $30,000 account. And then you can see, boom, there it is. So again, we're down about $1,000 on that one. And it looks like we are down $4,000, $3,000 on that one, which is a lot better. Okay. So is it easy to set up a robot? Yes, it is. Time decay. It's really easy. And if we have a Discord, if you go into the Discord, there's one that says video suggestions, one of the channels in there, whatever. If you would just put that in there, first of all, join the Discord, it's free, but just put that in the video suggestions, because I'm pretty old and I forget the ideas, and I'm on a rush here trying to get through everything. So just put that in there, and I will remember to do a video on doing it from back test to robot, because that is a great question to ask. Trade S&P ES now since 1990. Never have used a bot, and I'm old school. Monkey See, Monkey Do. I was too. Let me tell you, I was too. And when you take a look at these crazy Ivans that I do, I still do these manually. Options Omega does not have ability to trade futures. You can trade stock, no problem. You can trade options as well. But I don't trade it doesn't have the Qs on there yet. It doesn't have futures. It's a whole different, regulatory body and everything. So, but I might, this is a trading show. Let's do some trading. What do you say? 2,200. I'm trying to get out of these at 103. I mean, 45%. Come on, Rob, live a little. So let's go ahead. I'm going to replace it. You can't see that part because it's a pop-up. I'm going to replace this order. This is using my account at Tasty Trade. I hope you can see that. I think you can. And so these dirty dogs, they want me to pay $103 to get, what do they want? I want to pay 103. They want me to pay 120. I tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to pay you 118. And I want to get 50 cents for my dog. So there we go. I'll pay you $117.50. And we'll see if they take it. They may not, but we'll see if the dirty dogs take it. Because it would be kind of nice to get out. I mean, if you're on Tasty Trade, you can see all your trades. So by the way, here's all the trades I made today. I was able to sell out 936. I closed one for 134, one for 127, 104, 106, 104. Now I'm asking, and I'm doing 125. See, 125. I closed one at 127. It's the same amount, so I might pump that up. But just so you get an idea of what I do on these things is, so here's the last, 14 days. So here I'm selling them to open for 150, 160, 170, 210, 220, 235 when things are, red. I love red days. I love down days. Huge. 300 points down is gravy because you can sell these things like, you sell them for $250 and then the next day I'm buying, or 3 days later, I'm buying them back for 125. So 50% profit in 3 days. I love these things. I've been doing these for 6 years. I normally close at 25% profit, but here you can see I'm buying to close at, look at this, 134, 127, 104, 106, 104, 125. And I got these working orders out there for what? I got one at 115 and 142. That probably won't get filled today. But this one, didn't I say, what I filled that at earlier? Did I say I filled that at 125? If I did, I think I did. Let's see where here it is, 22.5. Oh no, this is 22,000. So I filled this at 104 and 106 and 104. And so 117, I'm doing them a favor at 117. I don't think I'm going to do much more than that. All right. So let's go back and see what we got else in the chat room. We got, hey, Rob and Maria, I'm new here following your videos to learn some new strategies. Hey, well, welcome. We are so happy you're here. Don't be shy. Be sure and vote. If you have any questions, let me know. You're going to get a chance to spend some money today. There's another robot. Tasty folks always say units kill. Say units kill, but you are loaded up to 30% BPR on CIs. Tasty would usually say increase the delta. Oh, listen to that sound. Oh, look at that. That's bad. We just got filled. Look at that. We just got filled on an SPX on the put side. So the market must be moving down, right? We got punched out on a put side. Yeah, it's moving down a little bit. So we don't like that. You know what? This is on the Qs. Let's take a look at the SPX. Here we go. And this is where we're going to be trading today. Let's make this a little more exciting, right? A little more exciting. So yeah, here's the thing, okay? What Tasty says and what I do are the same. So Maria and I, we used to go, they say, 30 to 50% buying power. We used to do 60%. And what happens is when the market goes down, 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 your buying power goes up. And we didn't know this at the time, but it can double or triple. So I use 30%, Maria uses 25%. So when the market crashes down, we used to be in bed, oh, God almighty, it's down. We're going to get destroyed. There's going to be a margin call in the morning. We're in deep, deep doo-doo. And so that was something we did not enjoy. So instead, what we said is, okay, turns out these guys are right. Rather than, because I thought, I'm so smart, I'll make more money because I'll invest more money. And these things just pay like gravy and it's never down. It's only down 3 times a year. What are the chances of that happening? It's 3 times a year. It's 250 trading days. It's possible. It's probable. So what happens is you change it now to 30%. So now it goes down 1,000 points 2 days in a row. All of a sudden, those things I was selling for 200, Maria and I are selling them for 600. Are you kidding me? We are killing it. We're selling insurance to people that were just like us, and they need those long puts in order to stop their buying power and to stop from getting a margin call. The house is on fire and they have to buy insurance. They didn't buy insurance. They were like us before. There's that 5-part series I was telling you about. So we're selling insurance when the house is on fire, and we're okay with that because we're getting paid huge amounts, right? And we're so far out of the money that we don't care. We're willing to do it. We know what the math is, and when it goes down like that, it normally comes back in 14 to 31 days, and every single time we've done it for 6 years, it's always come back. If it doesn't, we'll just roll it down and out again. Anytime it gets within 250 points for me or 500 points for Maria, we roll it down and out. So let's just take a look, for example. Here's one of mine. And so, right, this one is 22,250, right? And if this right here, you can't see it, so let's get to my screen. So here you go. So this Crazy Ivan's at 22,250, right? It's got 23 days to go, and it's at 24,000. If this came down to 22.5, so if it dropped another 2,000 points, then what I would do is I would just buy one of these puts like I talked about, or more likely I would roll it down and out. I'm going to be able to roll it 60 days out for a credit, and I'm going to get about 1,000, maybe 1,500 more points. That's what I do. Last year, I rolled it 2 or 3 times. All of them in a month or two came back, and I closed them for 25% profit. So, and that's what we've been doing for 6 years. So I got to tell you, this is my bread and butter. If I had one trade, gun to my head, it's the Crazy Ivan. Where did I get it? I got it from Nick Batista and Mike Butler at Tasty Trade. Good friends of ours. We spent a lot of time with them in Chicago. Spend times in the studio, whatnot, with Tom and with his dad, Tony, as well. But I always ask those young guys, gun to your head, one trade. They always said the ES naked puts. We did that for a long time, but Maria is a banker, and so she did a lot of spreadsheets. I trust her because when we first started trading options, she came up with a way to trade earnings where we made $4 million in 1 year, and it was all based on her spreadsheets. And back then, that was before back testing, and she just looked at all the different outcomes and said, wow, there's a real opportunity here. And so that's exactly what happened. So at any rate, she came to me and said, Rob, this ES that you're doing, you can make a lot more money in NQ. I said, what the hell's NQ? And she showed me, and she, as she always is, she was 100% right. So if you ever get to trade with a woman, I know my grandkids say, Grandpa, you're not supposed to say that girls and boys are different. In my experience, they are. I don't know what to tell you. And women are always going to be better traders. They are slower to make decisions. They're more thoughtful. They have a plan. Men just want, it's just about the scoreboard and quick hitters and all that, and they think it through. They got a plan for everything. I'm fond of saying, at 5:55, I say to Maria, what's for dinner? Maria answers me, but what I don't know is that she started thinking about what's for dinner a week ago. And she looked in the refrigerator to see what's there. She made a list. She figured out the plan. She knows what days we're going out to dinner, what days we're going to eat at home. She goes to the store. She buys all the stuff. She brings it home. She sees what she's got in the fridge beforehand, and she's got it all planned out. I don't think about it till 5:55, and I like to eat right at 6. So that is the example of why women are better traders. In addition, you ever see women constantly on the phone shopping? Shopping is just back testing. That's all it is. They're constantly looking for stuff that we might possibly need. Now, you might have a different opinion as whether or not you need it. Married guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm telling you, women have been back testing since time immemorial, right? Long before we were traders, they were back testing, okay? They are much better traders and always will be. You can't be as good, you won't be as good, and you'll never be as good as a woman trader. Having said that, I understand I'm going to offend some people by saying that, but that's been my experience. Let's put it that way. All right, next question. Maria, any NQs yet, seeing as how everyone is waiting to see if there is a ground invasion on Friday? I have no idea. Leave that to Maria. Not too green for me to sell. I bought back today. Yeah, Maria's selling some. I'm buying back some, but why only $600 at 15.51? Who is that? Who's that? Theta Profits. That's John. Hey, if you guys didn't see it, John, the reason why only John, he runs Theta Profits, and he had Maria and I on for 25. I wish I had that to bring up. First of all, let's take a look at my real time. John had me do Maria and I do a show with 25 other traders, and he made me do $1,000. He made me do $1,000 on his show because we were with a bunch of big time guys, and me, I had to show off. So, but we won that one too, amazingly enough, and that was at the last second. And John, I'm happy to tell you that yesterday in the chat room made me do both sides of it because it was tied. That's the rule. If it's 50-50, I do both sides, and we won both sides. It was crazy. Look at this. I'm only down $3,000. I'm the happiest guy you'll ever meet, only down $3,000. This is great because I was down 20. I lost like 28,000 in 1 minute earlier today. So in the small account, we're down about $900. So, all right. So let's be careful. We don't want to, let's see how to spend daddies today, plus a special drink. Special drink. I always forget. If you don't know, I drink iced tea. I can't say the brand anymore. I got in big trouble. Whoa. What happened there? Hey, there's our queue got filled. How about that? Look at that. Boom. This is a trading show. Look at us. We're trading. Let's see. And then queues. There it is. Those dirty dogs. I should have, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I should have gone for more. Let's see what else we got left here. Any other 37? I should take some of these off. Let's see what we do here. Let's see. What have I got out here? I got one at 115, and they're only offering me, they want me to pay 139. Well, I'm not going to pay that. That's crazy. There it is, and it's this one. Let's do another one. Let's put another one out there. Let's put another one out there at, what do you say? They want 139.50. No way, Jose. How about 132? Let's go that, and we want to do 50 cents for the dog. There we go. Boom. It's a trading show. Let's trade. Am I right? That's what we're going to do. Boom, biddly, boom, biddly, boom, biddly. Maybe we'll get a fill. All right. Still got the sound working. All right. Let's go on next to, let's see here. It's not, I can't say the name of the tea. I cannot say the name of the apple cider vinegar either, but that's what it is. Iced tea, apple cider vinegar, no sugar. It's not some sort of bad sugar. It's sugar substitute in it and some lemon flavor. 40 years I've been drinking that stuff. I love it. I absolutely. You will hear the peanut gallery here today. If you hear her, our microphones are pretty good, and the peanut gallery has come down here, and she is helping me today. So let's see. Options Omega to trade the SPX 0 do we get the service for options and indexes or just options? You get Options Omega has a whole bunch of stuff, and I forget exactly which. Let's take a look and see. We can look and see which ones they. I hate to go away from this, but let's just see on the test. We'll go over here to test, and we'll see. Let's just pick a test here. Here's a test, and say I want to do a new back test. And here are all the tickers that they use. Okay, so you can see all the tickers that they use. They keep adding more to it. Oh, there's gold. That's a new one. And NVIDIA. I don't know how long that's been in there. But at any rate, yeah, so you can do the stock or the options, both, right? And for SPX, you can do the stock or the options, either one. So, all right, now let's go back. I got to put this back because I need to be ready to trade here. So, all right, let's see if first of all, let's get this canceled and let's go back here because I have to get ready to do this trade, right? I want to do strategies and I want to do, I want to make sure this is the $1 million account only. Okay. So let's see here. I want to see if I missed anybody in the chat room. I'm new here following your videos to learn some new strategies. Yes. Well, I actually have, I think I saw that from only up there, only on, I can't say that, on Little Bangerie, but at any rate, yes, we do have a couple of new strategies. Like I said, go to the Discord. If you go to the Discord, you'll see two basic strategies that I use. And one is the 0DTE SPX, and the other one is the Crazy Ivan, right? And those are explained in excruciating detail. Look at that. I'm only down $3,000. Hey, that's kind of nice. So, okay. So let's quickly go. I want to go. Maria and I are up $418,000 in the big account. We've done over 16,000. I think we said 17,000 trades, if I'm not sure. And that account is 100% 0DT SPX. You know, isn't that cool logo from Maria and Vera? It's 100% built by AI, which is Vera, right? Our online assistant, our AI online assistant. And it's 100% done by robots. Maria likes me to say bots. So I'm an attorney, internet founder, blah, 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 retired at 42. This is all gobbledygook. That's really not that interesting. There, if you don't know about you know about our channel because that's where you are. We do look at 7 million trades. We back test them weekly. Then AI filters them, and then Rob filters them. Then we filter them again. All mine are done hands-free. I live on the beach, and so I like to go surfing all day and swimming, much to Maria's chagrin. She is monitoring her trades all the time. Maria uses Vera all the time. As she's the AI assistant. It took her 9 months to build it, and we need to do some videos on how that works. But it is constantly improving, and Maria is constantly working on it, and so that's why we went from 1 to 4 there. And you can learn her methods at 1 p.m. today. Oh, that was when we did the thing with John, right? And with Theta Profits, and that's she talked about that on that day. And then there's that 5-part series I talked about. And obviously we do this, and then we give away our trades at 5:55 on Sunday. If you're interested in what we're doing, you can always see it then. And then let's see what else we got to say here. I want to get, this is my favorite part, right? Notice that a lot of times people panic like, oh, down days. Look at these down days. You know, I don't remember these down days. At the time, I remember it. Yeah, I was pissed and livid and whatever, but you notice that over time, now it's 17,000 trades, but we're only up, what are we up? $406,000, right? So that was updated as of yesterday. Yeah, 320, that's 323. So I don't know what we lost yesterday, but so you'd have to take that out of it as well. And then in the small account, you see the same thing. Look, big account, small account, big account, small account. And you see, we are 20 seconds away from closing down the voting. If you want to vote on how to spend my money, we've got 44 votes in there. And I know we've had 107 viewers. So people can vote. It doesn't cost you anything to vote. Right now, it looks like a call credit spread. And I got 6 seconds to go. And then I'll have 1 minute to put the trade on. So 6 seconds to go. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, I'm ending the poll, and we are doing a call credit spread. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go over here, and we'll take a look at, here we are in real time. We're going to go over here. We're going to go, what we said, call credit spread, call credit spread. I've got to do this at 1551, call credit spread right here. And much to John's chagrin, we're just going to do one. So what's happening now is we're going to go over to Tasty. We're going to look at the screen, and you're going to see that these folks are all, what's happening is in the chart. Let's go to the chart. So what's happening here is all these people are doing the on close, the market on close orders. And so all these day traders are looking at the market on close information. Now you're going to be watching up here. You're going to see this trade come on. It'll be working when it's on. And then when it gets filled, you'll see that it goes blue. So get ready. Here we go. Get set. This is going to be $600 or more, plus or minus. And here we go. Ready? Boom. Here we go. All right. Where it is. So we're asking $2. They're offering me $1.50. We're asking $2. They're offering me $123. We're asking $200. Now we're asking $195. Every 6 seconds, Options Mega is going to be changing this. We're asking $195. We're asking $190. They're offering us $138. Come on, you dirty dogs. Give me some money here. Give me some money. I want to make some trades. $185 we'll take. Now they're only offering us $95. Now only $85. Now we want $180. They're only offering us $80. Those dirty, rotten dogs. Come on, baby. Show me some money. And now we want $175. They're only offering $75. What happens is we're going to try this 7 times. If we don't get a fill, maybe 8 times. We don't get a fill at the end of 1 minute. Then we're going to take an 8-minute rest, and we're going to recenter. So instead of going after the $65.95, we'll probably go for a different strike price. And we're asking $160. They're only going to offer us $60. We're not taking that. I don't care. Those dirty dogs, we're not doing that. No way, Jose. All right. So now we're taking breather. It didn't fill. Notice the time behind me, which is going to take about 8-9 seconds. We're waiting for it to recenter. Let's see what happens. Look at this. Come up a little bit. Come on up a little bit. That's okay. Come up a little bit. You going to pay me? We're going to take your money, you son of a gun. Come on up. Come on up. We'll take your money. Get ready. Get set. I forgot. You know what? Because it's manual. I got to do it manually. My bad. Boom. Here we go. All right. Let's see what we got. Well, there we go. Look at that. We asked for $190. They gave us $195. How about that? We beat them out of $5 right there. Let's hope we get it. All right. So now we got $3. What did we do? We did a 3 lot. And we got $195. Somebody do the math for me. We got $195 times 3. That's going to be our trade. What's the strike price? $65.90. This is what do we do? Call? Okay. So we want it to stay under $65.90. And that's right where it is, right there. Boom. That's what we want. Okay. So the game is afoot now. The game is afoot. We want this to finish under $65.90, under the blue line. That's what we want. It's got to go all the way to 3:59 and 59 seconds. For those of you who don't know, that's when the market closes. It does not close at 4 o'clock. No. It's 3:59 and 59 seconds. SPX will stay open for 15 minutes, but that's tomorrow. So what happens is at exactly 4 o'clock, those trades are put on that's tomorrow's market, okay? Oh, look at this. Look at these dirty frickin' dogs are beating me out of this money, those rats. Those dirty rats. Now, if that goes up too high, we will get punched out. We don't want that. See, we do have a stop loss in here. It's going to stop out at 380, and it's at 305 already. Much higher now. We're going to end up losing. We would end up losing, what is it? I think it's like, is it 95%? I think it is what we traded this thing out. Let me see. Yeah, it's 90% stop loss. So it's a 90% stop loss. So, there it is. We got punched out. Dang it. Sorry about that, guys. We got punched out. So we lost on this one. We lost, what did we got? We paid $400. We paid $1,200 and we got paid, we lost about $690. I think that's the first time in a long time that we've lost. And that's the end of our excitement today, unfortunately. I wish I could tell you I'd go back in, but we don't do that. I got a little thing on my computer that says never ever go back in. Never ever go back in. $585, and so we paid $1,200 to get out. So what did we lose? $615. $615. That's why they call it trading. You don't win every day, right? I mean, look, if you won every day, where would be the fun in that, right? Where's the excitement in that? So as you can see, my little chart down there, my little handy dandy chart, not only do we lose on sometimes on trades, you lose on days too. Now, you know what we're going to do? Let's root for this thing to go up. Look at it go up. Ha ha. It's a good thing we had that stop loss in there. Look at this. It came back down, and now look at it through the roof. Through the roof. That would have been bad. That would have been a bad situation. That's why we have stop losses. People often tell me, oh, is it a good idea to put in stop losses? It absolutely is. It absolutely is. Yeah, and by the way, Butch asked a good question. Do I manually fire these? I do, because we don't have any 1551s on this week. So you can see our trades on Sunday, although I'm really going to be pulling back on the amount of trades I give you on Sunday night, because I want to encourage you to learn how to do this. And I feel like if I give you the fish, you're not going to really be willing to go fishing. So you can expect a fewer trades on Sunday night. I'll probably still help the $30,000 accounts out with all the trades. But on the $1 million accounts, it probably won't be 20. I think this week was only 15. It might be like 12 this week. Still, I want to give you the trade so you have an idea of what we're doing. But I do want to pull you back. Oh, I was telling you that you manually fire. Oh, I see. Yeah, thanks. But you had a put spread. Good for you. That's why it didn't try again. Yeah, and that's exactly right. It doesn't try again when you do it manually. And I got to do it manually because I don't know what you guys are going to want me to do. And by the way, if we'd done both, it looks like we would have got punched out on both sides. Look at this coming back down. This is that classic M&M things. Now, let's see if anyone can figure out when I lost $28,000 today in 1 minute. Oh, there it is right there. How about that? Jackpot. 28 grand in 1 minute. So let's see how we're doing. Boom. No, Sunday show. No, here we are in real time. And we want to get over here to our thing. So what are we down about? 4 grand, 4 grand for the day. That's $600 didn't help us any. And so let's see. Well, the small account is down about $1,200. So, it's not a huge day one way or the other. Our biggest loss was $65,000. I wonder if I might even have something on the screen to do it. Let's see here. So our average win is 3,500. 60% of the winning days. We have been profitable every month. May not be profitable this month. It's right on the edge. Our max drawdown is 5.7. We're in a max drawdown. I think we're at about like 4% right now. Our Sharp ratio is 3.28. And if you're not familiar with Sharp ratio, that tells you really how you're doing in a downtrend. And it's what hedge funds use to evaluate their funds. And we are in the elite level with what we're doing. That does not include my crazy Ivans. Our longest losing streak is 3 days. That probably will be extended to 4 days. I think today is day 4 of our losing streak. We're out 60% of the day, 60% of the trades. That's our KGAR. Here's our monthlies. January was low, but we still won. And then here's our weekly. And this is the one I was looking for. This is the double tweet day when I lost $65,000. And if it hadn't been for that, double tweet here, I don't know if I can get my mouse in there, but this is when the Department of Energy kid, he sent out a tweet for the Secretary of the Department of Energy saying that we had escorted a ship through the Strait of Hormuz, which was not true. And so, unfortunately, that came out at 10:04, and then at 2:04, they walked that back. And so the market went, up huge because they thought we were going to get oil through, and oil, dropped precipitously. And then they said, no, it's not true. And so then the market went back down. And so I got double whammy. The M&M is the worst thing that can happen to you. Actually, even though I lost like 28 grand in a minute here, that's not the worst thing that can happen to you. The worst thing that can happen to you is, and you can't even see it, it's the old M&M, right? That's when it's up and down and up and down. That's the worst thing. And this has been a classic. Look at that. This is a classic M&M day. You can see boom, boom, boom. And that was not good. And so, but even still, we're not down that much. I mean, if your swing is our swing is 20,000 is 68% of the time, we're going to be plus or minus $20,000. So today is exactly right within the expected move. And look at that. There's Maria trading something, or Tyler trading something. And so, right now, what is it? Is it 5,000, 4,000? Still right around 4,000, maybe even a little under $4,000. And if you say, well, okay, if you say $4,000, $4,000 in here is, these are $60,000 days, and they just look like little blips. So $4,000 day is going to be. There's the end of the bell, and see where we are. Let's see where we are for the day. We are, somebody do the math for me here. We're going to lose about $3,000, $4,000, something like that. Somebody do the math. And let's do the small account. Let's see what the math is here. This is going to be right around $1,200, I believe. And so let's do it one more time. You take the green, subtract out the red. Somebody write it down. Anybody out there can tell me what the heck it is. And let's do this. It's 3,700, right on the number? Really? Pretty close. 3,700 on the big one. And what is it on the little one? So 3,700 on the big one. $600 of that is your fault, by the way. No, that's okay. By the way, someone was like, oh, I'm so sorry that I voted the room we lost. But look, I'm a big boy, okay? I make the final decision. We have a philosophy in our family. Maria and I and our son Tyler's 30, all trade our own accounts. And the key word there is our own account. So while we hold each other accountable, I think that's a great idea. Let everybody know how you've done. Especially on the losing days, hold yourself accountable so you don't have any fear, uncertainty, or doubt in your head. You're not revenge trading. But the final decision, no matter how much Maria yells at me in Italian to do this or that or the other thing, the final decision is up to me. And so I own it. I don't blame anybody else. It's absolutely my responsibility. I trade small so that I do not worry. I never trade more than losing 3 or 4% in a day. Sometimes I push that a little bit, I understand, but my risk tolerance is probably greater than most, right? If you have a lower risk tolerance, there's no shame in trading small, very small. You want to trade such that you don't care whether you win or lose, right? I always care because I'm cheap, okay? I'm very careful with money. It pisses me off to lose, but I understand and accept the fact that I will lose on, 42% of the days, right? I mean, you are going to lose. That's just the way that comes with the territory. If you don't like losing, this is the wrong business to be in because you're going to lose 42% of the time, right? So get used to it. All right. That's all we have for the day. Thank you very much. Look what we lost. 1207 in the small, 3727 in the big. I do appreciate you guys. The only payment we ask is a comment in any video. At least give me 3 comments. Go in 3 of our videos. Can you just give me 3 comments? I will respond to every single one. That is like gold to me. YouTube loves it when people comment in the videos. I would really appreciate it. If you need to buy anything, if you need to buy Options Omega, use our coupon below. You get 50% off, and Barbie gets a little toy or some treats. I hope you have a great trading day. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 3:25 and Sunday at 5:55.